Have you ever just stopped and wondered how a bustling society of, tens of thousands of honeybees manages to organize its labor so flawlessly? And they do it without a single boss in sight. I mean, it is an absolute marvel of nature. Today, we're diving straight into decoding exactly how they pull off this perfectly orchestrated chaos. And it's all based on some genuinely groundbreaking new research.
So this brings up a pretty massive enigma. Who is actually in charge here, right? Think about it. In any successful human community, we absolutely have to have people doing the right jobs at the exact right time. But in a bee society, there's no CEO, there's no central planner handing out daily task lists to everyone, yet they operate with a level of efficiency that we could honestly only dream of. So who or what is telling everyone what to do?
Think about our own workplaces for a second. If a huge group of people needs to get a really complex job done, what do? We rely on managers, we have strict schedules, endless meetings, and deliberate assignments. Without all that, things just kind of fall apart, right? But for the honeybee, there is no central command at all, no morning briefing. It is just pure, self-organized efficiency. And the structure gets even more intense when you zoom in and look at an individual bee. They actually follow a strict, age-dependent resume. Their responsibilities change systematically as they get older. Young workers stay inside to nurse the queen and the larvae. Then, in midlife, they pivot completely to construction and guard duty. And only in the final stage of their lives do they actually leave the colony to forage. There are no skipped steps and absolutely no fighting over promotions. Now here is the really crucial point. This complex, lifelong career progression is controlled by roughly 1 million neurons. That is it. That's all that fits into a tiny bee brain. Until very recently, scientists had absolutely no idea how such a small nervous system could coordinate this rigid, age-dependent progression across an entire colony. It was a total mystery.
To crack this case, scientists from universities across Germany teamed up, and they identified a prime suspect: the double-sex gene. They noticed that this specific gene operates only within certain, highly specific neural circuits in the bee's brain. So they theorized that this might just be the master key controlling their work behavior. So the researchers decided to essentially, hack the bee brain. First, they used that double-sex gene to produce a specific protein that was designed to suppress neural activity. Then they activated that protein by feeding the bees a very specific substance, which selectively silenced only those targeted neural circuits. Finally, they just sat back to observe what would happen to the bees' work schedules. And the results of this neural silencing, honestly, they were absolutely mind-blowing. By flipping the switch on this one specific neural circuit, the scientists didn't just confuse the bees. No, they essentially rewound their biological clocks. Picture this. Normally, these older worker bees would be outside the hive, foraging for food, right? Because that's what their age dictates. But with those specific circuits inhibited, the older workers completely abandoned their foraging. They flew right back inside and reverted to being young nurses, actively caring for the queen. And remember, that's a job strictly reserved for the absolute youngest bees in the hive. This stunning reversal pretty much proves that the hive's division of labor is dictated by a hidden neural switch. When activity in one brain area drops, other circuits light up, triggering an entirely different set of behaviors. This neural communication is the colony's invisible manager. It seamlessly assigns roles without a single word or command ever being issued. The lead author of the study, Dr. Gina Seiler, really puts this incredible power into perspective. She noted that by doing this, they were actually able to, quote, control which tasks the worker bees performed. Think about that for a second. By understanding this hidden switch, scientists literally took manual control of the hive's workforce. And the crazy part? When the inhibition wore off, the bees just went right back to their normal routines. And as Professor Martin Bai points out, this breakthrough goes way, way beyond just bees. It gives us an entirely new lens to view innate behavioral diversity and cooperation across the whole animal kingdom. The secret to massive blueprint-free cooperation isn't magic, you guys. It is literally hardwired right into the communication between neural circuits. It really makes you wonder, though. If an entire complex society is secretly governed by microscopic neural switches, what other invisible managers might be pulling the strings out there in the natural world, or perhaps even within ourselves? If your mind was just blown a little bit today, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on more bizarre history, weird science, and untold facts. Drop a comment below with the most surprising thing you learned. Check out the explainers on your screen right now for another deep dive. And remember, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next explainer.